Hey guys, Curtis Alexander. In this video, let's talk about natural therapies that can be used to help autoimmune disorders. Now, autoimmune disorders it falls under a big umbrella. It could be Hashimoto's thyroiditis, which I've had in the past, could be rheumatoid arthritis, ulcerative colitis. A lot of these inflammatory diseases are autoimmune diseases. I'm going to start at the top with the ones that I feel provide the most potential benefit going down that list, and I'll look at the evidence or my personal experience with each of these. Okay. So, first of all, we have stem cells. Now, there's a lot of, I guess I'll just say, bad information out there about stem cells, but as some of you know, I personally use them. And if you want to learn more about my thoughts on some of these things, make sure to go to the link in the description, and I talk more in depth on this email list about these things. There's a checklist there. It's free for you to sign up for it. Just go to the link and sign up for that. But one of the things I talk more about is stem cells. I've personally seen people get benefit with autoimmune disorders, and one of the reasons stem cells have a very strong ability to knock down inflammation. They are also have the ability to modulate your immune system. What that means in autoimmune disorders, we tend to have overactive immune systems, in some cases underactive. It helps modulate or regulate your immune system. And so we can see benefit. And I have personally seen people benefit with autoimmune disorders who got stem cell therapy. The the types of cells, I believe, do matter. Again, that's if you go to the free checklist, I talk more about that. PMF, it's another one I've talked about before. I've done other videos on it. Also, very strong anti-inflammatory. In case you don't know, PEMF is pulsed electromagnetic field therapy. And it's essentially a device that you usually lay down on or sit on. It pulses an electromagnetic field into you that replicates essentially what you would get from walking on the ground barefoot. But it's very strong anti-inflammatory. I've seen people benefit, particularly with arthritic conditions with PMF. There's a lot of different styles of machines out there. Again, go get your free checklist. I talk about the one I personally use and recommend, but there's different types out there. Your mileage may vary, but definitely has the science behind it to help autoimmune disorders. Next, we have vitamin D, obviously a very popular supplement. Now, there are studies out there looking at vitamin D supplementation. They looked at use as far as people who have been using it for 5 years. Some of those people, little caveat, were taking vitamin D with fish oil, okay? But they did see that it may modestly decrease your risk of autoimmune disorders, not necessarily treating it, but decrease the risk. But it makes sense that if it decreases your risk, maybe it would benefit those disorders. The downside with vitamin D is I used to supplement with vitamin D personally. I've since stopped. I think there's some significant downsides to doing it, at least with the evidence we have at this point in time. I prefer to get vitamin D from sensible sun exposure, UV lamp if you're in a northern climate. I personally use a UV lamp, and also foods. And also remember, your vitamin D status is not just dependent on vitamin D. There's a whole host of minerals and other cofactors that go into your vitamin D status. So supplementing is not the way I go, but there is some evidence vitamin D can help. Okay, fish oil is another one. It has shown some slight positive benefit for rheumatoid arthritis. Outside of that, there's not a lot of evidence for its use in benefiting autoimmune conditions. Again, it's one of those supplements I don't take. I used to. I no longer recommend it. And that's because one of the big things, fish oil as an oil, essentially, and I had a supplement manufacturer share this story. They were looking into doing fish oil and basically said it's almost impossible to make a fish oil capsule where the oil does not become rancid by the time it's to you and through the manufacturing process. That's not the kind of thing that I want to be putting in my body. Other people feel differently about it. That's just my personal take. So yeah, maybe some positive benefit with rheumatoid arthritis, but outside of that, we're not too sure. Turmeric, another one I've done some one or two videos on at this point. The turmeric, kind of the claim to fame, curcumin is the active ingredient in it. We do have some evidence that it can benefit autoimmune conditions. The downsides are the effects don't appear to be huge. Now, again, is that dosing? Is it the type of supplement they're using? We don't really know, and the studies are fairly small. However, turmeric's pretty well tolerated. Maybe worth trying that one out. Ginger is another natural substance that has anti-inflammatory properties. Um, the problem is we don't have a lot of evidence backing up its use in autoimmune disorders. I don't think it's something that you should avoid or not try. I think, like I said, it has those properties. It may be worth a shot. And finally, we'll look at garlic. Garlic also has anti-inflammatory properties, but as far as evidence, it's probably the weakest out of these seven. We just really don't have any evidence that it helps autoimmune conditions. So with that being said, cells and PMF would be my first two go-tos. If you're looking for supplements, I think turmeric is worthwhile. Ginger may be worth a shot. Vitamin D and fish oil, like I said, I personally don't supplement with those anymore. I explained my reasons why. Your mileage may vary. So I would love to hear in the comments if you guys have tried any of these, what kind of results you've seen or have not seen, okay? Really helpful for me. I really appreciate the feedback in the comments, and I know other people watch the videos read your experiences as well, so I'd appreciate you sharing those. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. Thank you.